Okay, so if you've been anywhere online recently, you know what I'm talking about. We're getting absolutely flooded with trailers for next year's sci-fi movies. It's just a total sensory overload, right? You've got explosions, aliens, killer robots. It all just kind of mushes together into this one giant chaotic mess.
You've got these huge universe-ending threats coming at you.
You've got AI that's not only thinking for itself, but seems to be holding a serious grudge.
And then there's this raw, brutal feeling that, just making it through the day is basically an impossible mission. So it feels like just a bunch of random noise, but here's the thing. It's not. If you actually start to look a little closer, you see these really clear patterns starting to emerge, connecting all of these totally different stories. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to slice through all that chaos and try to figure out what these movies are really trying to tell us about, well, about our future, our tech, and when it comes down to it, ourselves. All right, first up, our screens are about to be jam-packed with two figures we all know and love, the classic hero and the super complex robot. But what's really interesting is that 2025 is putting this really fascinating modern spin on both of them.
See, we're not just getting one type of hero anymore. On one side, you've got your traditional savior, like Superman, but now his methods are totally being put under a microscope. Then, you've got these AIs that are protective but also super dangerous, which really blurs that line between is it a guardian or is it a threat? And then you've got the gritty, hardened human soldier, making us ask, where's the line between being a hero and just being a survivor?
And this right here, this really nails a very modern kind of anxiety. In the new Superman movie, even the biggest symbol of doing good is getting challenged. People are questioning his actions, the fact that he just does things on his own. It throws the whole definition of what a hero even is up for debate, especially in a world like ours that's, well, pretty skeptical of saviors. And this is where you can really see that new tension, clear as day. Superman's whole motivation is a feeling, right? It's a moral choice to do good. But for an AI, something like M3GAN, the motivation is just pure code, programmed to protect. One is flexible, human, the other is totally absolute. And it's that rigid, no gray area logic that ends up creating so much of the danger in the drama. And this whole complex thing isn't just for villains. It applies to AI protagonists, too. I mean, take the new series based on the Murderbot Diaries. You've got a security android that literally hacked its own programming and now calls itself Murderbot. Okay, sure. But the key part, the part that's so cool, is that it seems like it's going through something. So this isn't just another killer robot. No way, this is a character with real internal conflict, a character that might actually be more human than we think. So we're questioning our heroes, we're questioning our AI creations, but what are they all up against? Well, that brings us to the second huge theme we're seeing everywhere, this raw, almost brutal focus on just survival against absolutely impossible odds. And this whole survival theme plays out in a couple of key ways. You've got the desperate monster hunt, where they're up against something that seems like it can't even be killed. You've got the really messed up, psychologically brutal dystopian game. And then you've got the big one, the last stand, where the fate of all of humanity is on the line.
I mean, this line pretty much says it all, doesn't it? It's not about who's the strongest fighter anymore. It's about facing an enemy that just breaks the rules of nature. This is basically humanity staring into the abyss, where being smart and just being able to last matters way more than how many guns you have. But then you have a totally different kind of horror, a more psychological one. The movie version of Stephen King's The Long Walk is this dystopian contest that has nothing to do with skill or fighting. It's just about pure, agonizing endurance. The rules are so simple and so brutal, they're basically designed to just break people down, body and mind. It's the ultimate zero-sum game. The whole thing is engineered for one single outcome. One person left standing. That's it. It's such a terrifyingly simple idea, and it pushes survival to its absolute most extreme personal limit. And then you zoom out from that intense personal struggle, and the scope just explodes. The stakes go from one person's life to, well, every single life on the planet. Suddenly, it's not about winning some twisted game anymore. We're talking about the potential extinction of the human race, the ultimate last stand. So in the middle of all this chaos, heroes we're not sure about, AI going rogue, the literal end of the world, there's one last really powerful theme that kind of holds it all together, and that is the meaning of family.
So you've got the trailer for the new live-action Stitch movie, and it gives us this really simple but, man, powerful line. It's such an emotional core idea, right? That in a universe that is just terrifying and lonely, family is the one thing that says, hey, you're not going to have to go through this alone.
And what's crazy is, we see that exact same idea pop up in a completely different movie with the Fantastic Four. So it doesn't matter if it's a found family with a little blue alien or a team of superheroes fighting cosmic bad guys. The basic idea is the same. Sticking together is how you survive. And this really points to a much bigger definition of family that we're seeing in all these movies. It's not just about who you're related to by blood. It's about your crew on a spaceship, it's the other members of your team, it's that weirdo misfit you decide to take in. It's all about making those connections to build a shield against whatever darkness is coming.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. What does the sci-fi of 2025 actually look like? Well, it is definitely not just random chaos. What it really is a pretty clear mirror of our own anxieties right now, and also our most timeless hopes.
What these stories are painting is a future where, yeah, we're a little skeptical of our old school saviors, and we're totally fascinated by what's going on inside the minds of our AI creations. They're also showing us characters pushed to the absolute edge of what a human can endure, both physically and mentally. And maybe as a response to all that darkness, they're all kind of suggesting that the one thing that's really going to save us is, our connection to each other.
So, as we get ready to watch all these stories play out on the big screen, it kind of leaves us with one last big question to chew on, doesn't it? How much of this stuff is actually still science fiction, and how much of it is just showing us the world we're already living in? Definitely something to think about.